Hey, what is up, lovelies? It is Lynn the Gotcha Goblin, and we are going back into Caleb's story and experiencing hidden waves. I am so excited for this. Let us go right into it. Today, Caleb gets to lean on me for a change. Okay, let's just hop right into this little memory here.
It's pouring outside. You know, the weather's been unpredictable lately. 1 minute it's hot, and the next it's cold. And everyone's getting sick. It sucks.
I thought you were still recovering, so you won't be able to meet up this time.
But I haven't seen you in forever.
Yeah, we don't hang out much these days. You've been so busy since becoming a hunter. Oh, right. Take care of yourself out there.
Don't worry, I'll come back to Skyhaven when I get the chance. It's already midnight when we leave the cafe. I finish catching up with two friends I hadn't seen in a long time. As the rain falls, I rummage through my bag for an umbrella and my phone.
We had such a great time, and I lost track of time. Not to mention, it's hard to get a taxi around here.
Crap. I quickly see several missed calls from Caleb on my phone screen. I promised Caleb I'd be home before 12 when I left.
What's wrong?
Can I stay over at your place tonight?
Why? Is there something scary waiting for you at home? Why do you look so worried?
It's probably because I'm home.
Oopsies. Oh, he looks upset. Not knowing when Caleb arrived, I can only turn around with unease. I watch as he approaches. His umbrella is already above my head before he's standing right before me.
Skyhaven isn't very safe tonight. I can drive all of you home.
Thanks, but you don't have to. My apartment is right across the street.
Mine's nearby too. You don't need to trouble yourself.
They all knew that they were in hot water.
He's here to pick you up, right? Do you still want to stay over at my place?
No, it's okay.
Then we'll get going now.
Yeah, see you later.
As my friends leave, they cast a worried look at me. Caleb, I wasn't ignoring your calls on purpose. I was chatting with my friends and didn't notice my phone was ringing.
Yeah, I figured as much. You ordered coffee 3 times. You really were into the conversation and lost track of time.
When did you get here? And why didn't you go inside the cafe? Little weirdo.
You were laughing up a storm. I didn't want to interrupt.
Seeing how drenched his shoulders are, I feel even more guilty. He must have been standing outside for a long time. You didn't have to pick me up. I could have gone home by myself or just stayed.
You have a home. Here. Besides, Skyhaven isn't as safe as you think it is.
Isn't this place safe with the guards on patrol?
They should consider themselves lucky if they can hold on to their lives.
He leads me to the car. The rain becomes heavier. Its pitter-pattering irritates me for some reason.
If I hadn't picked you up, you would have gone to your friend's place, right? Then you'd message me with an apology. Oh, and throw in a cute emoji as the cherry on top. With that done, you'd put your phone away and curl up into a ball to sleep. You wouldn't even dare to check my response. You'd wait it out and believe I wouldn't be upset. And once I'm away on a mission or something, you would sneak back into the house and pretend nothing happened, right?
He goes through my plan with impeccable accuracy. My face is flushed as if I should defend myself. And I feel I should defend myself. Okay, but...
Get in. It's cold outside.
Inside the car, Caleb switches on the air conditioning, and once it's moving, I open my mouth. Caleb, I'm an adult. I have stuff to do. And I'm a hunter. I know how to protect myself.
Yeah, there are guards on patrol. But you have no idea how they slack off while on the job, especially when no one's looking.
Right. Only you are the epitome of dedication and hard work, Colonel. Oh, so he's the Colonel now. Okay. Annoyed, I say these words before looking out the car window. A cool sensation hits my face as Caleb's fingers touch the area below my eye. Confused by his unexpected touch, I turn my head.
I thought you were crying.
I'm not. Besides, this isn't the first time we've argued.
Then don't fall asleep in the car.
Why should I listen to you?
Sleep can make memories more intense before bedtime. And right now, I'm Caleb the Loathsome.
Oh, that means you'll end up as Caleb the annoying lord who deserves to be hated when I wake up. So, what happened this time? He uses the turn signal without really answering my question.
The fleet's still keeping things under wraps. But it'll be on the news tomorrow.
I guess it was something unusual. That explains it. If nothing happened, you wouldn't be acting weird, right?
You think I've been acting weird?
Think whatever you want. I lean back against the seat. As I watch the scenery outside glide past me, my eyeballs grow heavier and heavier. Eyeballs? Eyelids. Sorry.
A world built on ruins is an illusion. It was in ruins before, which means it can be destroyed again.
What do you mean? This line feels like it's a heavy lore-hitting line. Caleb's voice, hard to make out, reaches me.
A ruined world doesn't deserve you.
I wake up. Sunlight streams in through the partially closed curtains.
Good morning!
It's already a new day? Memories flood my mind as I recall everything that happened after Caleb picked me up last night. He told me to check the news today. I immediately grabbed my phone. There's a headline about a tragic death of a fleet officer who was attacked by a wanderer on his way home. So that's why Caleb was in a rush to take me home. Was I too mean to him last night?
How may I help you?
Oh, so this memory happened after the main story, or at least during the main story. Can you apologize to Caleb for me?
I'm sorry. I don't understand what the command is.
Why hasn't anyone developed an AI that can apologize on other people's behalf? I get out of bed, and after freshening up, I knock on the door to Caleb's room. I don't get a response. Did he go out?
I am currently checking Caleb's movement log for today. Caleb hasn't gone out yet.
Huh, that's handy. He's still in his room? Caleb, are you there? Just as I'm about to knock again, my phone suddenly buzzes. I'm home, not feeling well, so I'm gonna rest. How come? Are you sick? Maybe because he was sitting out in the rain. It's just a fever. I'll be fine after sleeping for a bit. What's your temperature? Open the door and let me look at you. I'm fine, don't worry. Okay, are we... Oh, I hit the back button. Dummy. There, I turned the doorknob only to find out the door's locked. Caleb, you don't have to hide because of a fever. Why did you lock the door? I don't hear any noise coming from inside his room. Caleb, are you still mad at me? I want to apologize, but we need to talk face to face. Open the door so you can see how sincere I am. It's then that I hear Caleb's voice.
I'm not mad, and you don't need to apologize.
I've never heard him sound so exhausted before. It's as if he'd been drained out of all of his strength. Concerned, I knock on the door again. Caleb, open the door. I haven't finished reading a book. I almost forgot I left it in your room. There are rustling sounds on the other side of the door. He's mad. As soon as he opens the door, I try to squeeze in through the gap. However, Caleb stands in the way. He pushes me out while shoving the book into my hand.
Take it and stop knocking, Pipsqueak.
As I approach him, I immediately sense the heat radiating from his body. However, he swiftly grabs my hand when I try to touch his forehead. Did you get sick because you waited for me outside the cafe and got in the rain?
Don't blame yourself. And it has nothing to do with you. I've taken some medicine. I'll be fine.
At least don't lock the door. Let me in so I can take care of you.
Have you ever seen me be defeated by something as small as this? I can handle it. Don't you have your own stuff to do? Focus on that.
Caleb? I make another desperate attempt to push past Caleb and enter the bedroom, but the door closes right in front of me. Huh. Let's see how long you can keep this up. This tough guy act. I've been racking my brain since noon. I come up with countless excuses to convince Caleb to unlock the door, but it's all in vain. Night falls in the blink of an eye. Carrying some food back home, I head to the kitchen. I'm going to cook a meal for him. For some reason, the heaviness lingers in my heart. Cold water rushes down my hand. I realize that this experience is somewhat unfamiliar to me. Caleb is staying at home while I take care of things around the house. And when I turned on the faucet, his hand would usually reach out and pull me away from the table. Basically, Caleb spoiled your ass. Holding a tray with a bowl of porridge, I make my way to Caleb's room. Unsurprisingly, the door is still locked. Standing before the door, I gently knock on it. Caleb, I made you some food. No noise comes from the other side of the door. I got scratched by a stray cat when I was outside earlier. It hurts. Can you open the door and help me check it?
I'm pretty sure you said stray cats always welcomed you with open paws. Remember to review your past lies before you tell a new one next time.
Using a lot more force, I knock on the door again and again. If I had a fever and locked myself in my room, you would have already kicked the door down. Why can't I do the same thing to you? Caleb, you're the epitome of double standards in Skyhaven. I will see you today. I'll just have to pick the lock if you keep the door shut.
Here's a friendly reminder. When you're asking for help, you should gently approach them.
The heavy door quietly stands before me. It's as if it will never open. Caleb, what are you afraid of? No response. Sighing, I put down the tray. In the dark corridor, I crouch down and place my hand on the door between us. In the silence, a soft click reaches my ears. I quickly stand up and turn the doorknob. The door opens. Caleb lies down on the bed. He speaks in a hoarse and unresigned manner.
I told you, I'm fine. I wasn't lying.
But you kept yourself locked inside. I'm worried about you. A chuckle tinged in self-mockery escapes him.
How can I keep up the tough guy act if I let you see me like this?
Idiot. Do you have the energy to joke when you sound like this? I sit down on the edge of the bed. Caleb turns over, but he's facing away from me. I reach out and touch his forehead. You're still hot. If only you hadn't picked me up last night.
I already said it has nothing to do with you. I got sick because I was overworked and didn't get enough rest.
I can't help but touch his cheek. First things first, eat this porridge. I also made meds for your fever. Oh, I also have meds for your fever. Where's the thermometer? Let's check your temperature.
While I'm kinda used to you being bossy, I don't feel like playing along.
I take his temperature. 39.2 degrees Celsius. You still have a fever. Right now, you have no choice but to.
It was better this morning. I feel like a champ right now.
Uh-huh. You're a champ at acting tough. I'll give you that.
When have I ever lied to you?
His voice is deeper, and for a moment, I don't know how to respond. Instead of saying something, I move the pillow to let him sort of sit up in bed. Holding the bowl, I stir the porridge that's still hot.
You can't think of anything.
Because there's a lot I could say, and by the time I'm done, the porridge would have gone cold.
When I went to Skyhaven for college, I promised to call you every week. Have I ever gone back on my word?
With my head lowered, I continued steering.
When we were kids, I'd get anything for you so long as you asked for it. Was there ever an exception?
Enough with the small talk. Caleb, you said you'd never hurt me.
Do you feel like everything I do is supposed to hurt you?
Your inability to believe that I can protect myself hurts me. Also, locking yourself in your room and not letting me see you when you're sick is hurting yourself, which indirectly hurts me. Why aren't you saying anything? If you think I'm wrong, you're free to correct me. He's still silent like a fragile snail as it retreats into its protective shell. I hold out the bowl of porridge for him. Eat. If you don't finish it by today, I'll bug you again tomorrow.
You really enjoy taking care of sick people, huh?
He points at the bowl.
Give it to me.
Caleb finishes the porridge and takes his medicine. I remain by his side and watch over him until the moon rises. Drowsiness washes over me. Struggling to stay awake, I prop my chin up on my hand.
Tired?
A little. I'll return to my room once your fever's gone down.
You can take a nap here.
I stop rubbing my eyes once he says that. With my eyes half closed, I see he's making space for me on the bed. Scoot over some more.
Do you also want more of the blanket?
Wrapping the blanket around me, I drape my arm around Caleb to ensure he's still covered. I want more of the pillow too.
You're demanding so much from a pitiful sick person. Use my arm instead.
I rest my head on his arm while Caleb leans against the headboard. He gazes down at me.
I barely remember the last time I looked at you like this.
How come I don't remember?
You were sleeping.
Huh?
You even drooled, you know. I couldn't help but wonder what tasty food was in your dreams.
Caleb, I think you'll look super handsome when you're quiet. Why don't you try shutting up for once? That's actually really funny.
Sure.
Finally, a faint smile appears on his face. He smooths out my hair and his gaze finds a way back to me. Feeling slightly awkward, I look away from his face. Instead, I focus on his slender neck until I see a silver chain. The necklace I gave him securely hangs from his neck and touches his chest. before me lies Caleb, the person I can't be more familiar with. Yet sometimes he still feels like a stranger.
Hey, I have to tell you something.
I avoid his gaze as if I was caught red-handed. I'm listening.
Let's make up.
What do you mean?
We fought last night. Don't tell me you already forgot.
I didn't, but...
Then we should patch things up like we always do after every argument.
You still haven't told me why you refused to let me in, and why you changed your mind. You're scared, right? You're afraid I'll see your weakness?
You want to see my weakness? Well, now you have.
No wonder he's flushed in this memory. He has a fever. So you have a fever? Oops. So you have a fever when your ears are red?
Let's go with that.
I think your fever's going down.
You still want to confirm it? You're even copying what I do when you're sick?
Caleb, what can I do to make you feel better?
When you were sick, you never wanted to be alone. You made me sing for you. Then you'd complain, say I sucked, and cover my mouth.
Then I'll sing for you, okay? Ain't no way I'm singing a song for him. Ain't no way. I don't even know what song to sing. This is also very embarrassing. Oh, wow. This is actually in a memory, guys. This means that we could potentially have this in future memories, too. Can we have this in the Destiny Cafe? I am clearly stalling. I don't want to sing on camera. What would I sing? This is so funny. Jeez Louise, what am I can't even think of a song, Caleb. I am so sorry. Oh, this is embarrassing. Happy birthday? I could sing happy birthday. Happy birthday. I know what we're gonna sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the clouds so high. I actually forgot the lyrics to this. Okay, that micro expression was kind of unnerving. Was it bad?
Not at all.
Oh yeah? Really? Oh, that was funny. Caleb, you're still messing around. You're not letting me see your weakness.
Don't go.
I've never kept anything from you. The same can't be said about you, though.
I can't have any weaknesses. Then you'll feel safe relying on me.
But I don't want to stand behind you. I want to be by your side. I want to stand by your side. Facts. Facts.
Do you feel it? This is my weakness. She's here.
Oh, stop it. Come on. Can we please get a quality time where we're just lying down next to the love interest? Please?
For a long time, she's been here.
We're gonna take a picture of this and we're gonna put it in his with him section. But that makes sense. You know, his weakness is the MC. Time slips away unnoticed. Only when moonlight casts a soft glow on the wall above the bed does Caleb break the silence.
We're good now?
Caleb, I think I understand how you felt when you picked me up last night. Can you forgive me?
Of course. I'm pretty sure it's a fever anyway. I'll be good as new in no time. I'm afraid that if you see me at my lowest, you won't believe I can always protect you. Come a little closer.
I move toward him and smooth out the wrinkles on his clothes. Arguing at dawn and making up before nighttime, Caleb and I don't hold grudges overnight.
You shouldn't forgive me so easily, or else I'll want to keep testing your limits.
Suddenly, the arms around me tighten their grip. I almost want to free myself, yet as soon as he senses this, he holds me even tighter. He refuses to let me go. Caleb. A lot of people say the knife that hurts the most isn't wielded by our enemies. The people closest to you have it. We're the closest people to each other. We'd never hurt each other.
Are you afraid I'll hurt you?
Do you think you can hurt me like this?
You're right. It turns out a simple illness can easily knock me off my feet. Speaking of which, whenever you were sick as a kid, you'd use that as an opportunity to make me fulfill one of your requests.
I cup his cheek to offer him solace. While Caleb's an adult now, I can also do that. Caleb holds my hand that's pressed against his cheek. The warmth of his palm flows through me. He thinks for a moment before speaking slowly.
I want you to stay here. Stay with me. Please, spend the next 100 years with me.
I look up at him, only to see his even breaths appear restrained. Right here?
Lincoln or Skyhaven, it doesn't matter. It can be anywhere so long as you're by my side.
But I might not live 100 years.
Don't you always say I'm in great shape? You'll be around for however many years I'm alive and kicking.
But we're not the same person.
True. We're not. Cat got your tongue? Do you think my request is too much?
Caleb, 100 years is too long. I can't promise you that. Not yet. If a person makes a promise, then breaks it, well, that's the cruelest thing anyone can do.
It's okay if you can't give me an answer right now. But for you, I'll do it. You won't stand behind me. I'll let you stand by my side.
That's sweet. That's a sweet memory. Okay. Alright. I like that one. Interesting. Very interesting. I found that very sweet. Also, in terms of timeline-wise, the auto that is there inside of his apartment was introduced in the main story. So, did this happen then? Or did this happen after everything in Lincoln? Interesting. So, yeah, that is pretty much it. That is Hidden Waves. I enjoyed that memory. It kind of shows a softer side behind MC and Caleb's, like, devotion towards one another, almost like what they're willing to do for one another. And it also kind of portrays just how much Caleb cares about the MC, as opposed to the MC thinking about Caleb's feelings, which is actually highlighted more in the exclusive aftertaste memory. So it's interesting to see how their relationship is evolving slowly but surely. She is definitely feeling more towards Caleb now as opposed to before. I think, you know, Caleb has always been fighting this feeling inside of him, like he's being friend-zoned, almost, like he doesn't know if he should cross that line with MC. And that makes sense. Like, if you're longtime friends with someone and you end up developing feelings for them, there is that fear of losing that and being cast aside, you know? And I think that's actually something that Caleb is very afraid of expressing how he feels, and therefore not willing to confess to the MC because he doesn't know how the MC feels about him. That's why he looks for those small little signs. He looks for all of those small little nuggets of affection, basically. And I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed a lot of Caleb's memories. Hidden Waves was definitely a nice one too. In terms of timeline though, I don't know where this is placed. But yeah, let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. And let me know if you've experienced all of Caleb's memories already. Which one is your favorite? How do you feel about Caleb's emotional state towards the MC and MC's emotional state towards Caleb? Can you relate to this in any way? It's very interesting to experience these memories and kind of relate it to my own life too. Alrighty, well, thank you all so much for watching. If you want to subscribe to the channel, I cover love in Deepspace, whether it be news, going through content in the game, or if it's just gossip in the community. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I am Lynn the Gotcha Goblin, and I will see you lovelies in the next video. Bye-bye now.